Jenn, thanks for having us down today.
Yeah.
I wanted to learn a little bit more about diet and nutrition and how that can help with mental health.
Of course.
So what's the science behind a healthy diet?
The brain controls everything, all the systems in the body. For the brain to get the proper signals in the proper amounts, you need the proper amount of nutrients to then make those chemicals in the body.
So if that's sort of the science about what's happening, how does that relate to mental health?
Serotonin deficiency in mental health and depression, OCD, and that's one thing that can be hopefully increased by changing your diet. Proteins are made of amino acids, and I don't know if you heard that word, but they're just the building blocks of the protein. One of those amino acids, called tryptophan, is actually converted into serotonin once it's processed in your body. So, generalization, you eat more proteins that have this amino acid tryptophan, which is found in pretty much all proteins. Chicken, fish, grains. You can increase the amount of serotonin you have in your body.
So is that all I need to do? Is that the first step? Start eating, amino acids with tryptophan?
No, you can't just change one habit and expect huge results. You need to make sure that your body is functioning at its optimal level. The way it does that is making sure you have all of the right nutrients, all of the players at hand.
So if you're powering your mind and body with the proper nutrients, how does that now relate to exercise?
We've all heard endorphins and serotonin, those get thrown out there. And just to kind of show the correlation, there have been some studies that do show the higher your endorphins are, it will actually increase your serotonin as well. Adding exercise into it is actually going to increase that serotonin by a second pathway.
So how do you get started on this path?
Very simply, eat single ingredient foods. You do that, you're definitely going to avoid anything that's been man-made in a chemical processing plant. You take your chicken, you take your rice, you take your beans, you take your salt, pepper, cilantro. You cook that all together and you've got this nice, healthy meal made up of single ingredient foods. Everything part of that your body can use.
It sounds like a great way to get started with diet. How do you get started with exercise?
All you really need to do is move. Just start with basic movement throughout the day. Our whole lives are spent either at school sitting down, or at work sitting down, or you go home and you're sitting down in front of the TV. It's taking those moments you can to get up, run around, walk around, and just be active as much as you can. Then the next step you can take is finding an activity that you really enjoy. That way, not only are you going to want to do it more, but it's a way for you to maybe get involved socially or within the community, and you have this group of friends, which once you have that, it definitely improves overall mental health and well-being.
So for someone with a chronic disorder like OCD, you need to be thinking about the future, not about an immediate result.
Right, exactly. You've got to find habits and make your body as healthy as possible to live with a condition that is never going to go away. And everything starts with the choice to make healthy changes in your life.